record. Wouldn't that be awesome if I did record?
Fantastic. Okay. So here's what you have to start thinking about when you start thinking about your business being online. You have to start thinking of a consumer. For instance, when I consult with a lot of businesses, they're like, yeah, but that's not the name of my business. I want the name of my business to be searchable. Okay, like 5% of people search for you by your name. If they already know you, of course they're going to search for you by name. But if they don't know who you are, you need to start thinking like a consumer. If I wanted to find, what's the name of your business? Complete painting service. But I don't know the name of his business, what do I need to do? I have to start thinking like, what is if someone needs a painter, what are they going to type? So what would you guys type if that's what we're doing? Painter near me, house painting, right? And by the way, let me just teach you a little Google hack. As you're talking about SEO, raise your hand if you do not know what SEO means. Okay, SEO, search engine optimization. Really dumbed down version, it's what you have to do to your site in order to get people to find it. And when someone types painter near me, if your website never mentions the word painter, Google will pull up your site and be like, that's not a painting site, and throw it away. It's not going to serve up the results, right? So SEO is what you do to your site to make sure that it's searchable, right? Here's a little Google hack for you. What is this? What are all of those? Where did Google get those suggestions? Other people have used it. So if I'm building a painting site and I want to make sure it's searchable by Google, I'm literally going to copy every single one of those and I'm going to put every one of those phrases on my site somewhere. Google has done all the research for me. You don't need to invest in fancy keyword algorithm searchers. You literally can use Google. It'll tell you exactly what you want. There it is right there. By the way, as we do that, we're just going to painter St. George. Look at this, scroll to the bottom, and guess what else it did? Does that make sense? What we're saying? Okay, so when we do a search and we want to find somebody, today, I'm going to go all over the place, but today this is called the map pack, or your GMB. GMB stands for Google My Business. And you have to have a Google My Business if you want to approach here, or if you want to appear right here in these three. Little statistics for you. About 40% of people will click in here. 60% or more scroll past this because they either A, don't know what it is, or B, assume it's an ad. Right? The ad, you can see it's an ad up there, how it says ad. People usually typically scroll past that, and again, only 40% of the people are clicking right here. So that's still 40%. It's about between 40 and 50% according to Google's report. That means you probably want to be here and here, right? But this is an important place to be, so how do you get here? Does anybody know how to apply for a Google My Business listing? No, okay. Ready? Not terribly difficult. First of all, you need to be logged into the Gmail address you want connected to your GMB. Versus I own a marketing agency, so I've got Red Rocks Online Solutions. That's the Gmail address I have connected to my website. You log into that right there, and when you click right here on this little drop down, please do this live with me. I would love it, because I want to know, I don't know how many of you know if you have a GMB or not, but when you click on the little hamburger menu, Google gives you all of the Google products that you could use. You've used some of them without maybe knowing it, or some of them by knowing it. But right there, that little storefront, the Google Business Profile, when you click on it, it will literally open you to the back end of your Google My Business profile. And now you can do a whole bunch of things. You can edit and add some photos and everything, and we'll do that in just a second. Okay. I'm going to pause. Questions? Was that news to anybody? Yeah? Okay, cool. Let's do this. I'm not trying to scare you, but I am trying to scare you. Okay? I'm going to do a few searches here. I'm going to expand this business section right here. When you do that, it literally shows you everyone who has a GMB in the area, right? I'm going to click on any one of these, and we're going to do some searching here. You see this guy right here that says own this business? If you do not have a GMB that's verified, you can't do much with your GMB. If someone leaves a review for you, and by the way, if someone reviews you on Google, this is where it shows up on your GMB. If you're not verified, you can't respond to those. Google, for about 10 years, I have always known that reviews are important, but for about 10 years, Google's been like, no, that doesn't affect ranking factor. And then in 2020, they're like, yes, it does. It affects it a lot. As a matter of fact, of the top 10 biggest things you can do for your site, is number 4. Reviews matter. And if your business isn't verified, you can't respond to reviews. And if you respond to reviews, that's like popularity points to Google, and it's going to rank you higher on a page on a search. Does that make sense? All right, so you need to be verified. How do you know? Well, again, you can use that little hamburger menu, and if you click that hamburger menu in GMB and it pops up to the back end of your site, you know. I'll show you what that would look like. Whoops, a daisy. So I manage a few GMBs. But this is what it'll look like. This is the back end, and this is where you would add things like posts. You would update your info, like if you're closed certain hours. This is where you can go to your reviews and manage your reviews, right? You can add photos here, you can add products here, and you can just really optimize your GMB. About 70% of people who build a GMB only put in the basic information, and that's it. Fully optimized GMBs, huge points for Google. Google loves itself. Google loves Google. Loves itself. And so the more of their products you use, it's going to give you popularity points, right? So optimize that thing. Add pictures. Most business owners only add 10 photos. So if you want to rank on the GMB, guess what? How many you need to add? 20. Outdo it. The name of the game, SEO, is very simple. Just find your competitors and do twice as much as they're doing. It's not rocket science. Just do twice as much as they're doing. So if your competitors only have 10, you put 15, 20, 30 pictures. And they don't need to be professional pictures. As a matter of fact, we are wired. We can tell the difference between a stock image and a real photo. I took the ugliest picture on a vacation once just to prove that point, and it got so many views. People don't care. As a matter of fact, if it looks authentic, it's probably... I'm literally shooting this presentation on my iPhone. Just shoot some stuff, go around your business, take pictures of the outside of your business, 4 or 5 pictures, go into your business, take a few pictures, upload it, and it doesn't have to be terribly complicated. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. Now, let me go back here and show you something though. Here's where I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to scare you. Please!
Can you get verified if you don't have a physical location?
Yes, you can. You can do what they call a geographical verification. It's a little more tricky because Google wants to make sure that there's legit businesses. There are unfortunately companies out there whose sole job, that's what they do. They build fake GMBs to try to rank and try to push out competition. Google's become better and better, especially COVID hit and everyone went online. They changed some of the algorithms. So if you don't have one, you can still do it, but that's probably going to require some kind of video verification where you'll literally call in and they will ask you online to show you signage, a utility bill with the business name on it. You can do it like that. Otherwise, and I'll show you here in just a minute, the way that still will work is if you have a physical address, you can send that in. Google will send you a postcard within about 5 days with a 6-digit code. You just type in that code and you're verified. The workaround, send it to your home. You're not going to get junk from Google. You're not going to get brochures. You're not going to get all those spammy emails, right? Does that make sense? And then what you can do, as soon as you're verified, you can hide your address and change it to a service-based, like I serve all of St. George instead of one address. Does that make sense? Good? Good question. Thanks for asking.
Is there an annual cost for GMB?
No, it's free. And if you ever get a call from somebody who says, I would like to help you verify it, it'll cost $300, that is probably a spammer. Now don't get me wrong, you can hire people, you can hire professionals to set this up and optimize it, and they will say, I'm with the Google, but they can't say Google, just Google, say, I'm with it's the name of their company, right? The Google GMB Rep Management XYZ ABC company, because they're tagging that name Google in there. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's free. You should never have to pay for a GMB. Great question. Others? Okay. Here's how you know if it's verified. Another way to know how it's verified. If you simply click on the Own This Business button, anyway, I like to open up in a new tab. That is an indication that this is not a GMB that's been verified. Because otherwise it will say, this Google My Business profile has already been verified by, and it'll say like the first 3 letters of their email, ... @gmail.com. So you know, okay, someone has verified it. This is an indication that this is very possibly not a verified GMB. Here's the scary, ready? I can literally go in here and I can suggest an edit. Look what I can change on this person's GMB as just a normal person. If I was a sleazy business owner, I could literally change their phone number to my phone number. Google will wait 14 days, and if no one has responded to that suggestion, if it's verified, I'm going to get an email from Google saying someone recommended that you update your phone number to this, and I click deny or accept. If I do nothing, Google will automatically change that phone number. Now, if any of you are getting any sleazy ideas, don't. That's stupid and wrong and horrible and terrible. Don't do it. Do you understand what I'm saying here? I could change their website to, I could literally steal traffic. It's unethical and it's wrong. And by the way, if you get caught and the real owner does report you and you do something like this, Google will slap you so hard you will not remember your name. Like, you will have a hard time. They will tag your IP address. They will tag every known IP address that you've ever used, and they will not allow you to build things on those IP addresses. So don't do that. But there are businesses who literally burn through IP addresses and will do that. It's a sleazy tactic. But do you get what I'm saying? If you're not verified on Google, you need to get verified. Okay, and it's pretty easy. You literally just walk through the steps. It's really not that hard. So let me show you what I mean. I would literally type in my business name, and if I were literally this guy, I would type in Painter1 of St. George, right? I go through the next step, and look, I'm literally creating a new GMB or verifying it, okay? All you literally do is you give them your NAP, your NAP, your name, address, phone number that you want associated with it. And then same thing like I was saying back here. Once you do that, you fill it all out. Google say, are you sure? You say, yep, verified. It says, okay, watch your mailbox. There's going to be a postcard that comes in the mail. Once we get it, does that make sense? You can go through and you can verify. I'm going to pause. Questions? It's terrible, some of the things you can do here. I could literally say, this is closed. I would never do that because I'm a nice human and I don't want to go to hell. But I could do it. Right? Does that make sense? If you're not verified, will you do me a favor right now? You want to log in and see if you're verified? You want to go see if you've got a GMB and if you're verified? Or you want to move on? I don't care.
Okay, wait.
I would love to come around and help you.
Okay, to even start you click those little buttons to like start. Like, we don't have.
Okay, if you don't have one, then what will happen is what you will see will be something like, sorry, let me pull up one here. You won't even have a GMB available. If you don't see that, that means you don't have a GMB attached to that email address. So to start one, very, very simple. All you need to do is go to Google My Business. Do not go to Yelp. Do not go to Jumbo, do not go to SEO, go to the Google. Exactly, right? You go to Google My Business and look what it's going to do. It's going to say, you ready to go? Mine says manage because it realizes I have one. Yours will just say get started. Now I'm going to teach you a hack. Okay? Because Google is becoming more strict with who and how you can get a GMB. Like, for instance, I apologize if you own a locksmith or a garage door. Those are typically, some of those types of industries are the industries that Google is hyper vigilant. I have legitimate clients who do those businesses, and it is a nightmare sometimes to get them a GMB because so many spammers are just creating all these locksmith and garage door repair fake GMBs. So we almost every single time have to do video verification. until about a year ago, and I learned a trick that I'm going to teach you. I'm not bragging, but literally I paid $5,000 to learn this trick. You're welcome, okay? You're going to go through the process. You're going to enter in your name, you're going to enter in your address, you're going to enter in all that information, and then you get to the last step, it's going to say verify now or verify later. You verify later. Click verify later and you're in. You can go into the back end, but because it's not verified again, it may not rank as well yet, and you might run into some issues, okay? Here's why you verify later. When you click verify now, the Google genius goes out and it crawls the entire internet looking for your business. And if you aren't listed anywhere online, it's going to go, that's more than likely a spammer. Because legitimate businesses have what online? What do they have?
Website.
They have a website. What else do they have? An email. What else do they have? Facebook account. A LinkedIn account. An Instagram account. A Yelp profile. Those are called citation sources. And I think I've given it to you here, but what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to open up all the way because we're learning here. You go and register on all of those sites. With the exception of yellowpages.com, Yellow Pages, I think they're now charging you $50, which I don't understand. Nobody uses Yellow Pages. They're a dinosaur. I'm sorry. I love them. Whatever. There it is. By the way, at the end of this presentation, I will be sending you this video that I'm recording, as well as my slide deck. Okay? So you can have it. This is called seasoning your GMB. You need to do this. You need to go into manta.com and you need to fill out a profile. And pay close attention. If you're going to take a note, take this note. Your name, address, and phone number have to be consistent. So if you spelled St. George, ST period, George, you cannot spell it SAINT, George. It looks wonky to Google. But the more that your NAP, your name, address, and phone, the more that is consistent across the web, when you go down to click verify later, Google's going to go, oh look, yep, that business is everywhere. Yep, they're legit, verify them. And what I've been finding is you can do a magic trick called instant verification. It's magic because it's hard, it's hard to do. But when you season your GMB like this, Google goes out and it's like, we don't need to send them a postcard, we know they're legit. Look, they're listed in Manta. They're listed in Yellow Pages. They're listed in Foursquare. Oh, they got a Facebook profile that's optimized. Oh, they've got that. And they're like, yeah, this is a legit business. Verify later. Go season the GMB. If you do not have a Facebook account, make a Facebook account. If you have a Facebook account, post about your business on the Facebook account. Heck, put your NAP in a post. Your followers may be confused as heck. Make it easy though. Hey, if you're ever looking for us, here we are. Painter Pros, my address, my phone number. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Is that good? My wife's looking at me like, I can't believe you just taught them that. Okay, no. We spent a lot of money to learn that, but that's okay. We good? I'm going to pause and ask you if you have any questions. Has this been helpful so far? Okay. If you get stuck, YouTube is your friend. Now I know there's not a lot of, there's some spammy content out there, but, or you can call me. I have my business card or whatever. You can email me whatever, and we can help you get that. We good? Season the GMB, then click verify. Often, what we're finding with a lot of our new clients is we're getting instant verifications, and it's like I still get giddy and I giggle when Google goes, "You're instantly verified." We're coaches and consultants for a lot of business owners that do marketing, and it's fun. We're in this group of like new business or new marketers, and they're like, "Help! I don't know what happened. I didn't get any screen that said I had to get a postcard." We're like, "You just did magic." You're instant verified, dude. You're done. Season the GMB, verify later. You'll thank me. Okay. So I
Just
have
a quick question.
Please.
If do you run into problems if that like a second business is on that same location and you're trying to verify, but it does a different thing? Like, do you just have to change the suite number?
That's exactly right. If you're, for instance, like if we were going to use Innovation Plaza, yeah, then we would need to add something different on the end of it, which is it's very typical. Anytime you guys, like at the mall, anytime you go to a strip mall, it's the same address, but it says Suite A, Suite B, Suite C, Suite D, Suite E, right? So yeah, you just need to put that suite whatever, or number whatever at the end of it. Great question, excellent question. And again, remember that address has to remain consistent across. When you go to Manta, it's suite number, da, da, da. Yes? That's true, thank you. If you're using an address that, can I ask what you do, what your business is?
It's actually for a friend.
Okay,
I
what's-
had that question, but I mean, the Innovation Plaza is a good example as well too.
Okay. So what does your friend do though?
So, he does razor rentals and
Okay.
he stores all the razors at the mechanics place. So that guy's already on Google.
Perfect.
But we want to help him get a Google.
As long as it's different industries, right? If
Yeah.
razor rental places, if there's already one there, don't use that address. Google will slap you down. Say, nope, I don't think so. That looks fishy to Google. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Shannon.
How difficult is it to update your address later? Like, at this point, it sounds like we would have to go through
Yep.
all of these places and update, and should we update it in Google first and then update all of them? I mean,
Yes. If you update your address in Google, you have to update it across every citation you've created. These are the major top 10 ones. When we help clients, we aggregate them in about 300 different citation sources. And we have a proprietary program that we use because if that ever happens, rather than having to go and manually change all 300, we can update it once in our software, click go, and it will literally reach out for us and change the address on all 300. We do these ones by hand though, because the code comes across differently from an aggregator or from doing it by hand. And so these are the 10 that we will change by hand, go in there and just change all the addresses really quick. And then we use our aggregator to do this. That's an excellent question, good thinking. Others? Please.
So, this is really applicable actually. My brother
I'm so glad.
had to get verified by Google, and they sent him a postcard because of where he lives. He never got the postcard. And he's tried getting it back and forth. Is there a way that he can get verified after the postcard's already been sent for his business?
Yes, so a couple different ways. One, you can go into your GMB, back end of your GMB, and right up here along the top, if you're not verified, there'll be I think an orange or red bar that says verify now. You click on that and you say resend postcard, and they'll send you another postcard. Or it'll say add another way. If you have to resend, they typically will offer you an additional way to do it. A lot of times your first time, they're like, unless you seasoned it, but a lot of times the first time postcard's your only option. So in that case, it might say phone verification or video verification.
So if we go and do the 9-side season it well and then try and do it and verify again and then another.
That's exactly what I would do.
And
Might be a
then
hidden.
possibly instantly verify or?
It might possibly instant verify. Yeah, very possibly. Again, I'm not trying to promise you guys something I can't promise because I'm not the 7th grade girl. Sorry, that's very offensive. I'm not Google. But we're finding a higher success rate with instant verifications by doing it this. Please.
Do you need a business license to be verified?
No, you don't. However, if you have a business license,
We need to have a business license.
if you have a business license, that's the same address as your GMB. When they ask for video verification, that one is super easy because that's a government entity that issued you that. And to show them that, they're like, okay, yep, you're legit. So if you have a business license, that's awesome. And it becomes easy to verify, really easy to verify. Okay, good. Other questions? Okay, I want to show you a couple other things, and I'm going to do some giveaways here. First of all, what was your name? Scott. You can be the first person here, you guys. And Scott, I've got a little something for you. Do you have them? I've got a $10 gift card to Cold Stone. Scott, my friend, my love. Okay, there we go. Let me show you one of the things that is really going to help you. You probably know this, but video, as we talked about, a lot more pictures. Video becomes really important. You guys can upload video here. Again, my recommendation is because Google loves itself, shoot a video on your phone, upload it to your business's YouTube, and then create a link from your YouTube to Google, your GMB, and from your GMB to Google. You're just telling Google how much you love it. And because Google loves itself, it's gonna be like, oh sweet. The more YouTube videos you can create like that, again, you don't want to be spammy, but like, does that make sense? You can upload videos here. Another really important one is 360 photos. Those are becoming more and more engaging.
Are they?
Yes, they receive hundreds more views than normal photos. I'll just show you, maybe. Maybe not. We shot this for St. George Dental, or Premier Dental. 3,000 views. They are extremely engaging. People love them for some reason. I mean, they're obvious, right?
You need a special camera for that.
You do.
There's a GoPro 360 camera, there are other brands as well.
Yeah, you can totally use a GoPro. You can use anything. This is the one I use. I will give you the link to where I bought it on Amazon. I got it on sale. But a 360 camera you just set up and it has two 180 lenses, right? You just literally set it up and it's kind of fun to shoot these because you have to play hide and seek. So like I have a 5-second timer and I set it up and I click the button and then I go hide behind the wall. And it's really fun to do with business owners because they're like, hey, you want to play hide and seek with me? And we hide behind racks and everything, but then you take those photos and you can upload them directly to your GMB, right? And again, the more 360 photos, they're extremely engaging. Anytime, think about this, anytime somebody clicks on any of your Google property, clicks mean higher popularity points. If a website is visited often, Google goes, okay, when someone else searches painter in St. George and your site is visited, it's like, this is a very popular one, so I'm going to serve that up in the results, definitely.
I should mention, I just realized that, I work for the libraries. They have 360 cameras that can check out.
Free is always nice.
St. George Library, go downstairs, go to the glass windows, ring the bell and say, do you guys have a 360 camera? They can check it out to you for a week.
Thank you. That is insanely awesome. That's so cool. This is a Ricoh Theta V. And again, I'll send you the link for my everything. This whole setup. I use this setup right here. The mono stick, the tripod, and anyway. Yeah. I'd actually like to give away 2 tours for absolutely free. It's normally something that we charge business for, but if you have a business and you totally want a 360 tour for your business, my daughter and my son actually do this. This is their side gig. And but I will show up with them and we will shoot those for you guys. Hey, how are you? No, don't be sorry. Well, I'll shoot that for you, okay? So 2 of you are going to win that right now. Actually, do we have the list? Do we have the list of the participants? You do? Yeah? How many people are on the list?
One, we should get it after one.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can we? Okay. Will you do me a favor? Because I'm going to randomly pick 2 numbers, and on the registration list, those 2 companies are going to get 360. If you'll look that up. Okay. Fantastic. Random number picker. Okay. How many are there today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27. You know what? I'll just do it this way. You don't even have to look it up. 27. Generate. Oh, drum roll. Come on. Come on. You don't want to make this exciting. No, you do. No? Oh, okay. Number 27. That's you. Do you have a business that could use 360 photos?
Wait, me?
Yeah, the suit?
Oh, no.
No, okay, fantastic. You work here. That's you.
Cheer.
Do you have a business that could use 360 photos?
It's in Brazil, the business.
So I'm not traveling to Brazil. E aí, eu falo português. A língua celestial, você fala? Você onde mora? Ah, ok. Em Brasil. Onde você mora em Brasil? in Florianopolis. I'm asking where she lived, sorry. You rarely find Portuguese speakers. I was just really excited for that. Okay. I'll tell you what then. I'm also going to give away some reputation management because that's what we're going to talk about next. If you could use some help getting more reviews, I'm going to set you up on a system that'll help you do that. Okay? Makes sense. Shanna's going to grab your information, my wifey, and I just told her she's going to do that. Wasn't that nice of me? I'm so sorry. Yeah, you got review management. Okay, good. Is there a company that could use 360 photos? Or am I just offering something that nobody needs and or wants? You too? Okay, you two are getting it because, oh wait, oh, three, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's down to 4 of you. Sorry, don't fight over it, but here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna get 1, okay? Oh, you're the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you're getting 1. You're getting 1. No, you know what? There's only 3 of you. You're all good. That's okay. Go talk to my wife at the end, and we'll get you set up. We'll get you scheduled to do that for your business. Okay? Fantastic. What that's going to be is we shoot 10 360 photos for you. We'll upload all of those directly to your GMB for you, so you don't have to do it. And then we will give you the link and a piece of code that you can literally use that for anywhere and everywhere you want. You can send people the link, or you can take that code and plop it on your website, and you've got like a 360. Is that okay? Okay, cool. Awesome. Good. Anybody else? Any other questions I should ask? Okay, let's do one more piece of the puzzle, and then we will move on from there. Oh, that's right. I want to go back to. Okay. Another piece of the GMB puzzle is reviews. You guys know that reviews are insanely important, right? Everybody knows that. Most people, Google did a lot of surveys, and it's something like in the 90%, over 90% of people, when they make a purchase, they always check out reviews. And of those 90%, again, about 90% read the reviews. They don't just look at the number, they actually read the review. And again, another reason you need to be verified on GMB, because if you respond to reviews, even negative reviews are actually send really good psychological symbols to people. Do you agree with that or disagree? If you see an occasional negative review, do you feel like it's a little more real? Right? Like I always tell people, like, I need a 5-star, and I'm like, you have a 4.8, you're good, trust me. What you need to do is respond to those negative reviews, because that sends amazing signals. People, when they are responded to by a business, about 33% of people, when they leave a negative review, if the business gets back to them, 33% of the people will change their review to a positive. Another 30% will erase or ask for it to be taken down. Responding to reviews is huge. And again, if you're not GMB verified, you can't. So get GMB verified if you're not. Make sure you respond to those reviews, okay? I'm going to teach you, again, because we charge for all of this, but that's not what this meeting is about. I'd rather you guys be able to do it. Now, I realize you guys are business owners, and if you don't have time to do it, yeah, maybe that's when you can have somebody come in and help you. But I want to show you an easy way to start getting really, 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 really good reviews really, really fast, okay? One, how many of you are asking? I got 2 and an N. Yeah, how many of you are asking every one of your customers, please fill out a review? Okay, so now we're up to 2 and an N. If you're not asking, it's probably not going to change, right? So you got to train yourself and your staff. You have to ask for reviews. Let me show you another really, really easy way to do this, okay? I'm going to go back to mine. When you're in your GMB, you scroll down a little bit, and right here where it says get more reviews, here's your review form. You can literally take this and start sending it to people. If you have a list already of clients and customers, send them that link. Really, really easy. It's really not that hard. You could even have that link like on a QR code all over your business. You've probably seen local businesses do that. If you don't know how to do that, again, our company can help set you up on that. That's exactly what we're going to do for your company. We're going to set you up on a review platform that makes it super, super simple. We're even going to print off stickers and cards for you to put everywhere in your business. But just use that, and all of a sudden now, people are a whole lot more likely, right? to leave you a review, please.
Show how to get that again.
You bet. So I'm just in my, again, I went right here, right? I went to my Google My Business. I'm in the back end of my profile. I see all these options, but right there from the home screen, I just scroll down, and where it says Get More Reviews, there's the review form. And if you're logged in right now to your Twitter, your WhatsApp, or your Facebook, I mean, look, they make it so super easy. You can literally send this out immediately, right, to your list, or share it on Facebook. This is connected to like a personal Facebook account, right? And so it'll be like, hey, I'd love it if you guys left a review for my business. But again, there's other ways to do it. Yeah.
So a couple of questions about QR codes. Do you ever use like a link shortener or something so that you can track who clicks and when? Do people actually use QR codes? Because in my experience, if it's like, okay, well, there you go.
What'd you say?
She's like, oh yeah, but I hate using it. Every time I'm like, oh, freaking, hold on for a second.
You know what's even more frustrating as a business owner? You're like, oh yeah, go check this out on Google, and people go, okay, do they?
No.
Oh, they forgot 5 seconds after I bought
But
that.
a nice, simple, short link that's easy to remember, that
People-
I find more successful.
People don't remember short links.
They take pictures or pull up that QR code way more than they write it down.
For most, and again, I'm maybe an Apple snob, but an Apple user literally has to pull out their phone. You don't have to get an application. You literally just point it at it and you click on the link.
Well, you have to pull up the camera app. So that's 2 clicks. That's unlocking the click right there.
Unlocking a click. I'm okay with that. Especially because most people, they're taking pictures of their food. And if a QR code lives right by their plate, and literally this will take, okay, let me show you this. Otherwise, you talk about clicks, here's what it would look like. I don't remember the name of the business, okay, Painter St. George. Okay, which one was it? I think it was.
Well, I mean, if you had it with a QR code,
okay,
there's something
here.
that has your name on it.
And then where do I go? Oh yeah, I click here. And then where do I go? I click here. How many people do you think do that?
No.
But if the QR code literally takes them to this screen, not just their GMB, not just their GMB review page, but literally to where all they have to do is click 5 stars and send, your review rates are gonna go like this. Because you've made it so easy. Yeah, it is a couple clicks, you're definitely right, but it makes it so much easier. Is that okay?
I printed out my QR code and I put it on projects I do. So if somebody comes by and goes, oh, that's really cool. I did a tree for the Jubilee trees, and every time somebody took a picture of the tree, the QR code got embedded into that picture, whether they wanted it or not. And then every time they look at that picture, it's like, oh, that's associated with this website. And it just automatically takes them to the website. So I think the QR code's useful.
It's very useful. I'll say this to answer your question because I think we got away from it. I use bit.ly, bit.ly, bit.ly. It is a shortener, a URL shortener. There's a free version. Totally, it'll shorten everything for you.
And it will track your links.
And if you pay, it will track your links.
Well, the free one will too.
Will it? Yeah. Then I need to downgrade. Remind me, because I wasn't able to figure out how to do that. But thank you. Double check on that.
What you do to track your links with bit.ly is you have a different shortener for the QR code and a different shortener for what you hand to people, and it does keep track of how many people click on that one or that one.
QR codes are great. There's so many different things you can do with it. We even have a QR code software that we use that will literally, when you point it at it, it will place a reminder. Like if you have a big event coming up and you want to get it on people's calendar, they point it at the QR code and it literally creates an event on that calendar day with a reminder. And all they literally point and then click save and it's done. It is brilliant because then on the day of that reminder, an hour before your event, their phone goes whoop whoop. You're like, oh yeah, right? I got to do that. Make sense? There's a lot of cool things that you can do. Okay, we are at the 1 o'clock mark. I've given away some rep management. Who would like some help with reviews? I'll set up the whole system for you. Anyone? Yes, no, maybe so?
Is it really just for brick and mortar?
It could be for anything. It's for reviews, anything online. Or, I mean, do you want something like that? Okay. Shannon, will you grab their information as well? So rep management, we'll reach out to you and we'll get that for you, okay? Very cool. Yes? Want some help with that? Okay, get his information as well. Please and thank you. I'm sorry. These get this couple right here, and then this gentleman right here, our painter. Okay. All right, thank you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my guy right here. Here's what I would love for you to do, analog-wise. If you would like, because we didn't have time to do it, what we were going to do today was do a live site audit, or some people's sites. I mean, I guess we can, if you guys want to stick around. We're out of time. I've more than, I need to shut up is what I'm saying, basically. One of the things we were going to do today was talking about unsucking your site, and I was going to give you some actionable steps you can take on your website. If that is something that you guys would like, again, all of you just for being here is my way of saying thank you for coming to the Innovation Plaza today. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. I'll do a website audit for all of you. It will include I think a 10-page document PDF where you can take, if you don't have a marketer, if you don't have a marketing team yet, you can take this document to a marketing team and say, you need to fix this on my website, please. Right? I'll also shoot a video of your website and I'll walk through it live with you so you can see it. It's about a 5-minute video. If that's something that you want, name, email or phone number, and your website address. Okay? And we'll get that taken care of for you. You'd like that? Okay. We'll just do that after. Okay. Any questions?
Can I just interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Cody, why don't we have him come back with it, about every 3 or 4 weeks and do this seminar to add on?
Sorry I joined at the end. My daughter had a high school awards ceremony and I was like, and then she won, so I had to stay.
Hey, what you did?
It's called the Good Citizen Award for Daughters of American Revolution. She won here and then they announced there that she won the state.
Are you serious? That's a big deal.
I thought I'd be here at noon, but I'm here now. But the reason Zach's here is because he did this for me on my personal website. And it was so beneficial and helpful, I thought, heck, we've got to give this capability to those who we're trying to help here as well.
Thank you.
So that's the magic of the Innovation Plaza, is someone who's an entrepreneur himself can share his or her talents with fellow entrepreneurs and there can be synergy there. So no pressure, but it's what he did for me on my public speaking website, copejenkins.com. Has been very helpful. So hopefully you'll find help as well. But yeah, we can continue to do this. And this is why we're here. So thank you for being here.
Thank you guys. Also, I'm not going to market you. I'm not going to spam you if you give me your information. However, here's what I would like to do. If you would like to be spammed just a little, I've got a series of 5 videos that walks through all of these things. Talks about GMB, okay, pretty much what we did, very condensed. It'll talk about social media. You'll even be able to download a link. You'll see right here, I apologize. You'll see right here this worksheet that we were going to do. If you scan that back QR code about this Pillars worksheet, it'll take you, sorry, it's totally self-promotional, but it will take you to my website where you can find that video of how to use this. And you can even download your own electronic version of this if you'd like, okay? You guys are amazing. Thanks. Hey, there's lots of food. Go eat more or take some home. Hey, you bet, you bet. Oh, yeah. Questions? I think we're
Sorry, so just enter your phone and or name it for the person.
And if you feel like you need to specify.